Well, today is day 2 of recovery from injury and long-term layoff. In week 1 I started off doing some gentle 5-minute jogs, 3-minute recovery walks, and doing that 3 times, so a total of 15 minutes actual jogging. Then we went up to running 8 minutes, walking 5 minutes, walking 8 minutes. I did that again last night as my first workout of week 2. I do have an appointment with the physio later this morning, and it's not good to do a run within a couple of days of having your physio, so I thought it was a good idea to come out this morning and do another workout, which will really replace tomorrow's one. So there's a little bit of a chance of too much too soon, but I think I'm okay at this stage. Last night I did the 8-5-8 without any real trouble at all, but then of course you don't have trouble until you have trouble, so we need to be cautious, need to watch what we're doing. But this morning we're going to try 3 sets of 8-minute jogs, and so when I say jogs, the pace that I'm doing, the first one's a very slow pace, then the second one and probably the third one will be my normal kind of 6-minute kilometre cruising pace. The ambition, as well as getting back into running distances over the next few months, is to actually use this period to develop a bit more speed than I had previously. So that's the plan this morning, is 8 minutes, just gentle jog, 5 minutes walk, then 8 minutes at a reasonable pace. I'll never be fast at my age. Then 5 minutes walk, and then 8 minutes at whatever pace feels comfortable. If I can kind of keep up the pace of run 2, then I will, but I'm not putting myself under any pressure at all. This is only the start of week 2. So yeah, here we go. I don't have the stabiliser on today, but hopefully it won't be too jiggly for you. Okay, so let's go and see how we get on. So this surface here is quite sandy and soft, which is obviously very good for coming back and before we've built up our muscles to any great extent. The route is kind of 50% soft, either sandy or grassy, and the other 50% is on asphalt. So a good mixture. Well, now, good, that's the first 8 minutes done. I was aiming to make that really a very slow jog. Now, my cruising pace is about 6 minutes a kilometre, which isn't fast. But while I've been doing speed walking in my very, very earliest days of starting back, before I could say I was really started back to running, I managed to get the speed walking pace down to around about the 8 minutes a kilometre, and twice I managed to do 5k's averaging just under 8 minutes a kilometre. So that was quite a fast walk. So trying to judge where a slow jog is in between my normal pace and a fast walk is a little bit tricky. So what I thought was a slow jog was not much less than, or more than, not much slower than, let's say, the 6 minutes a kilometre. So consciously brought it down, and for probably about the second half of the run I was doing about 6.5 to 6:45 a kilometre, but then I subconsciously speeded up again towards the end to about 6:15. Okay, so that's 2 kilometres in, and our average pace, including the warm-up walk, is just over 7 minutes a kilometre. So I'm currently walking at just over 9 minutes a kilometre, so it's not a speed walk, but it's a brisk walk. Okay, so 3 minutes more of a walk, then we'll get going again. Hi again. Okay, so that's the second 8 minutes in. So I mentioned that I could feel my right calf quite tight, and so that stayed tight through that stint. And interestingly, the lateral side of my foot, that's the outside of my right foot, which is where the peroneal tendon kind of makes itself known, that was starting to get a little grumbly, not sore, but just aware of it. And right at the top of my my thigh, so where the attachment point for the hamstrings is, I can feel that a little bit as well. So this is kind of okay, because everything from your hips right down to your toes effectively is joined together, and it's you know, it's made up of a lot of different components, but you know, it's kind of like saying that your upper leg is joined to your lower leg by your knee, and the lower leg is joined to your foot by the ankle. And you know, they're separate components, but they all make up the leg. So all muscles and tendons and in fact all the connective tissue, the ligaments, everything, effectively run together from your core at your hips right down to your toes. So the fact that I'm finding my calf muscle quite tight, and I did say that that means you're putting responsibility for flexibility onto the tendons, so that's obviously putting pressure upstream as well, up through the hamstring. So it's nothing to worry about, but you're aware of it, and we'll mention it to the physio, but it does point to the need to get a bit more flexibility into that right calf, which has been a long-term problem that I've had, but just never actually done anything about it. So that walk there, my pace has been between 8 minutes and 8.5 minutes, okay, so that's good. Right, it's time to go again. Third and last 8-minute jog. That was the third 8-minute running stint, and it went okay. About 5 minutes in, sorry, the sweat started coming to my eyes now. About 5 minutes in, I could feel the peroneal tendon just a little bit, just making itself aware, saying, "Hi, I'm here. You know, remember, you're meant to be taking care of me." But nothing to worry about. No pain, just a slight ache, and it went away again within a minute to a minute and a half. So I'm quite content that having done 24 minutes running, albeit with the walking breaks, I think that's pretty well fixed, and just needs a bit more strengthening. Of course, this is a busy road, so the little bit of tug at the hamstring, I felt that again, nothing major, you know, just a little grumble saying, yeah, what's right for me? There's something not quite right here, rather than, you know, this is an injury. So yeah, I think we definitely need to do more to get the right calf in particular suppled up. Do more flexibility stuff, so I think that will be the focus for today's physio session. So we'll finish this cool down walk, jump in the shower, and then head to the physio and tell her my story, give her the update, and have a little bit of a prod and put her ultrasound machine on just to see what's going on, and then we'll get a bit of treatment, then we'll come home and get on with some work. But I'm very, very hopeful. I'm really, really encouraged by that one today, particularly because I did the 2 8-minute jogs last night. So doing it the last night and again kind of quite early this morning it's quite reassuring that there's no real problems hanging about. Okay, almost home now, so we'll see you next time.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to make sure you get notifications of all new content.